in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. Cause what's the credit score when you got your cash right? Put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life.
So 40 of the Cash and Now show. YouTube Zodiacs, what's good? It's your favorite Gemini KashDaGemini. I'm back with another episode. As I said, this is episode 40 of the Cash and Now show. I have none other than it's me, Evan, as this week's guest. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming, man. I asked you backstage. I'm like, hey, do you know the format, this and this? You're like, yeah, I've seen every episode. So, hey, I definitely appreciate it, man. I really do. I used to, in the earlier days, I actually used to like watch the replays over. Like as soon as they would end, I would go ahead and watch. I'm like, what can I do to get better, man? What can I do?
I do that with my YouTube videos too. As soon as they upload, I watch them again.
Yeah. So how's your day or evening, I should say, going?
Real good. I got to relax in the yard. Did all the yard work during the weekend, so got to enjoy it. Okay,
cool. Looks like you got on a pretty cool shirt there. You got Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, my wife got me this shirt when we were first living together. Mm-hmm. I'd wake up every morning, go grab the first shirt out of my closet. I have like 100 graphic tees. I'll just grab the first one, whatever it is. And I woke up and I'm looking at my closet. I'm like, she bought it and put it there without telling me. I was like, I don't have this shirt. I'm like, am I dreaming? I'm like, oh, yeah. And then she's like, yeah, I got that for you. So I love it.
Cool, man. Cool. I mean, it's always good to get a surprise gift. So that's definitely cool, man. I'm trying to think. I think she got me some like Toy Story stuff. She got me some Toy Story stuff, which was pretty cool. Some socks. I think a shirt. Socks and a matching shirt. It was pretty cool. So yeah, man. But before we go any further, without further ado, man, this show is not possible without the community. All the people out there, the boys and girls around the world. I thank you guys for coming. What's going on, Edwin Diaz, my man? Gotham Cinnabites in the building. Trey Smith, I appreciate you. Rome Ross from the beginning, man. What's going on? We got Luke in the building. Let's see who else. Looks like that's everybody trinkling in. I appreciate you guys for coming. Just do me a favor. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up the notification bell. All that type of stuff. Like the video. And without further ado, let's get started. So Evan, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Where exactly are you from, man?
Wisconsin, born and raised.
Oh, stuffed cheesehead, huh?
I'm not, but everyone else around me is.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy because you're so you're are you close to the Illinois border or
Yep.
Okay. Cool,
Southern
man.
Wisconsin, southeast.
Okay. So how is it? Is that like farm country? Because is that technically Midwest or not really?
It's Midwest. There's a lot of farm, but Milwaukee is like a real big city.
Yeah.
So it's typical city stuff there. But if you go out west or north, it's a lot of farm and land.
Mm-hmm. Cool, man. Cool. What's going on, Dennis Perez? I appreciate you, man. Thanks to his review, I bought Dark Side from XM. Okay.
That's cool.
Dude, you have a Dark Side?
Me?
Yeah.
Millions.
Oh, crazy. Wow. Okay. Man, that's what's up.
I've just bought all of them.
You just buy them all?
Yeah. The only one I don't have is XM's battle diorama.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have the space for it.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And what I would love to do is just display the Dark Side and Superman part. But then I think it's like 3 giant boxes that comes in, and the boxes is the worst thing.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Maiden Mike in the building. I appreciate you, man. What's up, King Cash and Evan? I appreciate you, man. So behind you, what exactly is going on behind you? Is this just a wall of comics?
Yeah, I hung these up. I got some archival sleeves, and I taped them together. And then hung them on these closet doors. So I just put different characters, covers, and artists that I like or storylines.
Cool.
And then around here, I got these hard shell cases on the wall. Like that's the first Juggernaut, first Dark Side, the more valuable comics, first Thanos right there.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Okay. All right, man. Well, I gotta ask you a question, because you say you have them in this protective stuff. So, like, are you big on dusting, moving your pieces around, like, or what type of collector are you?
I got everything in dust-proof cases. When I
Okay.
started out decades ago, I just had them out in my apartment everywhere, and the dust was like overwhelming. I even got an air purifier that didn't help at all. The stuff was just getting dusty. Every time I'd clean like once every 2 months. I'd pick something up and break something. I must have broken like 5 or 6 statues. Every time I cleaned, something would break. So I got sick of that. So when I moved into this house with my wife, I got curio cabinets. Now I got some Mod cases. I got more Mod cases on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought like that stuff you put in windowsills and in between doors. And I used that
Yeah.
on these curios to dust proof them completely. And I added my own lights.
Oh, so you put like a sealant all around them.
Yes. So when you
Okay.
open and close the doors, it seals. It's airtight.
Okay. So because you did that, do you have to even dust them once a year?
Never. No
So
dust.
it's literally airtight.
It's airtight. When you open it up,
Yeah.
the paint smells overwhelm you. That's how airtight it is.
Oh man. So when you are opening them, what are you opening them for? Just to put a new piece in, or
Put a new piece in or take pictures, to post and stuff like this.
Gotcha.
The glare.
Okay. Damn, dude, that's crazy. I've never heard anybody do that. Like I was watching Made in Mike's video, about dusting the statues and stuff like that. And since I seen him in there in the comments, and I seen you with the protective cases there, it made me think about that. I actually have to dust, this weekend, now that I mention it. So it's something that I don't actually look forward to, but then again, this is something, we are spending a pretty penny on. So I gotta take out the old paintbrush. Now, I actually just bought these, and we did a video, me and Casual, and I got these off Amazon, these paintbrushes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these paintbrushes, or makeup brushes rather, and get to dusting. I want to get one of those like blow guns, yeah, and use that as well. Eventually I may upgrade to some cases and stuff like you guys, but for now, I'm maybe if I get enough problems, I'll take that route.
Trust me, after enough years of dusting and breaking shit, you'll run the Mod case real quick.
Yeah, I've dropped stuff, but it didn't break. Like I don't know how. Like I dropped Green Goblin from XM Studios. It didn't break. I don't know how it didn't break.
I used to live in an apartment with no AC, and it would get, hot and humid in Wisconsin. It would get over 90 degrees. It'd be like 95, 96 in there. One statue I had was a John Talbane model kit. I picked it up to dust it. It fell to like 100 pieces. The glue just disintegrated from the heat. And I have a 1/4 Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop, and that one has a huge lean on it just from being in that heat all those years.
Mm-hmm. So how have you combated different like temperatures in your collection? Like, is your collection all in like an AC room or the same temperature?
Yeah, now I got AC and heat, so it stays the same temperature constantly now.
Cool. Yeah, that's how it is for me. I'm actually in the basement. It's the coolest room in the entire house. So for me, it's like it's always cool down here, which is just perfect for, keeping the statues in the same climate. So for me, I'm definitely like cool with that. I love the hobby, man. How has the hobby treated you over the years as you've grown from a collector, from when you very first started to where you are now?
Man, I've been in it since, toys since the 80s, and then got into statues. My first statue I got in 1993. It was an Incredible Hulk statue.
Wow.
So I've been in it a really long time. And then I got the Bowens. Then the DC Direct got invented. They started coming out with statues and toys. So I've been in a long time. And now I'm into anime. So I got lots and lots of Japanese statues. So dealing with the Japanese companies, like everyone's complaining about Prime 1's re-release of the Big Chap.
Yeah.
Man, Japanese companies do that all the time. They'll release one, they don't number it, it sells out, and then it goes on the secondary market for like $1,000, and then they re-release it with a little different paint scheme. So then it just devoids the value of that. It happens all the time.
Oh man, so based on your experiences, you're pretty much saying the re-release doesn't bother you.
Not at all. I'm so used to it.
Okay. I mean, a lot of hot toy people kind of feel the same way. Like they're used to it based off their experiences with hot toys. So for them, it wasn't like a shock, you know what I mean? But for the statue community, they're just like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like when I first got into the, sideshow game and Tweeterhead and stuff like that, I do appreciate those numbers on the bottom of those statues. I think it's pretty neat. And I can see why people want to hold on to that.
What do you feel about a variant, though? Is a variant a re-release? Like the sideshow Batgirl? I mean, it's kind of, it's a different color. It's the same. Everything's the same, but the color. It's
a money grab, but it's still cool. It is a limited edition thing, even more limited. I think that's pretty cool.
Okay. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Is there any statue currently? We have all these cons. We have all these like releases that are kind of going to be happening the rest of this month. Is there anything that's like really caught your eye? Any one or two pieces?
Man, I don't think it's a hype train, because the hype is well deserved. That Legendary Beast Studios Hulk.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Hulk fan. I don't have room for that thing, but if I did, I'd be all over it. I think it's flawless. The only flaw you can find is with the Kirby head, that the body isn't too ripped. Kirby's Hulk was just blocky. He didn't really have muscle definition. That's the only flaw you can find, but the head is perfect. I love all of them.
So out of all of those, like, which one is the one for you, though? Or I mean, is this something you're even going to consider?
No, I can't consider it. I don't have the room, but I like Hulk to have a big fucking head. I like it when his head's huge, like O.J. Simpson head. I like that. Oh
man. Yeah, man. I like it, man. If I'm fortunate enough to get one, I'm going with the middle.
Yeah, I can see that.
However, I wouldn't be mad if I ended up with the Raging portrait. I wouldn't be mad at all, man. So Ed says still trying to figure out how to find a room for the LBS Hawk. Honestly,
build a house.
You got to, man. You basically got to. I really like it. However, don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. Y'all take it for a grain of salt. But a source of a source, I think this is dropping on Tuesday.
Whoa.
Take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. I think it's drop. I think the PO is dropping on Tuesday.
I saw $3,000 for all three. That ain't bad for a 1/3 piece, and it's bigger than a 1/3 piece because it's the Hulk.
Yeah.
And you gotta think. I don't know if you've seen the Iron Studios Hulk that said it was 1/4.
Yeah.
Same size as this.
Yeah.
And that thing, all its swappable heads were hideous, and this one has all great. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, it's crazy because for the longest, a lot of people considered that Iron Studios Legacy replica to be one of the best Hawks ever created at that point. That was long before I started collecting, but I always looked at it and said that's something I would get. But obviously now with this one,
it's not even a comparison.
No, it's not even a comparison, man.
Yeah, to me, X-Men Transformation was the Grail Hulk to get. Like, I thought that's perfect in every way.
And then
this one blows it out of the water.
So you're saying this Hawk is better than Transformation?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Now, we haven't seen a production piece, so it might fail that way. But as of now,
hey, as of now, you're definitely not lying. Do you happen to have any 1/3s in your collection?
No, but I have 2 1/4s by Prime One, 2 1/4 Dark Sides. One's 36 inches tall, the other one's 34 inches tall. So that's
yeah. So you kind of you know what you'd be looking at then. Yeah. Same here. I don't currently have a 1/3 in the collection. I have my big game cover art Predator, and the Hunter's Victim is 42 inches, and the Predator is like 36. So it pretty much is like a 1/3. And then I got Thor coming Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, that Thor is immaculate.
Yeah.
I think that's the best Thor out in the market. But now Kotobukiya just announced their Thor. I think it might be 1/6. It looks amazing.
Okay. Okay. What's going on, Jerry? I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you stopping through for a bit. Yeah, that's cool, man. So dude, let me go back a little bit for you. What got you into comics? You know, I mean, looks like you've taken very good care of those comics. So how long have you had them, and what got you into comics?
Man, my dad and his brother, so my dad and uncle, they were into comics when they were kids. So that I had comic books in the house growing up. So I would look at those like X-Men, Flash, Superman, stuff like that. And then cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons in the 80s. Superpower Show was the #1 for me. Then Spider-Man His Amazing Friends. And then He-Man, Thundercats, stuff like that. That's what got me into nerd culture.
So are you big on the Tweeterhead He-Man stuff they're doing?
Oh,
Tweeterhead.
I think, it looks flawless. I wouldn't buy any of them. I'm not that into He-Man anymore. Like, that was when I was a toddler. He-Man was my whole world. I just got a couple He-Man pieces that I have on the side, just toys, but no huge statues.
Yeah. Definitely, man. You know, I like it. I like how all the bases have that same type of skull mountain or snake mountain or whatever. Is it like I really like what they're doing. Is there a preferred statue or not statue? Is there a preferred studio for yourself that you kind of that's the go-to for me? Yeah.
My #1, and this is a Japanese company and they make anime statues, is Mega House.
Mega House. Okay.
To me, that's the best company. Second would be Prime One, and then Tweeterhead, and then XM. I love Tweeterhead.
Really?
Yeah. I think they do great work. Anything that's comic accurate, like if Bowen still made statues, Bowen would be up there for me because I love comic accuracy. That's where I come from, the comics and cartoons. So that's the world I live in. I don't really like sculptors taking artistic liberties. I like it to look accurate.
Oh, so like, okay, so I'm gonna pull this one up here real quick, and I just want you to tell me like what do you think specifically on this. This is just some stuff from Tweeterhead, by the way. So we'll just go to this dark side because you said this is a character you like. So is this one accurate to you?
Yeah. The shoulder pads are horrible. Luckily, they're removable. To me, that reminds me of M. Bison. I don't like it. Yeah. So mine, I got the exclusive, so it comes with the mother box, and I don't have the pads on, so it's almost perfect. The only complaint I have is the silver on the helmet. That's the only complaint I have. If the Sideshow exclusive Darkseid head was on that body, it'd be a 10 out of 10. Because Sideshow exclusive was the perfect Darkseid head I ever seen. Perfect sculpt, everything.
Now I gotta ask you though, because how do you feel about Sideshow's version? A lot of people didn't like the height on it. What's your thoughts?
No, the height's perfect because he's on a really, really flat base. His bulk is great. The only problem is the paint job. The sculpt's a 10 out of 10. The paint job was not good though.
Yo, Ed, what am I doing? Ed saying, "Stop it, Cash, you enabler." What am I doing? What's going on, Lloyd Collectibles? I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, this
reviews up for all my Darkseid statues.
Okay. Well, okay. What's your favorite Darkseid then?
I think it's Tweeterhead. It has a bunch of switch outs, a really low ES.
Okay.
I think it's my favorite.
Okay. So I gotta ask you about this Superman. What's your thoughts on Superman?
I just watched a review for this today. I love the paint. I love that head sculpt. I love the cape. It's done super well. I don't like the raised shield. I can't stand it. It really bugs me. So I wouldn't get that just because of that. My wife bought me the call to action Sideshow Superman.
Yeah.
To me, that's flawless. I mean, it has the giant S painted right on there. It's muscled out. It looks perfect. I just don't like the doll clothes on it. I would rather have it sculpted.
Yeah. So, see, that's the thing. Like, XM Street Studios is doing a Superman. I'm not talking about the like Dio with all the characters around it. They're gonna do a 1/4 Superman, and I've been waiting for a Superman myself. For the longest, I wanted the Sideshow 1/4. With the Brainiac base.
I didn't like that because it didn't have the underwear.
I didn't. It was something was off about it for me as well. So I'm hoping that this XM version is going to be It's going to be what I want out of Superman. Obviously, I don't know what it looks like yet, like anybody else doesn't. But I'm hoping it, because like there's two characters I don't have. It's Superman and Batman, and those are two prominent characters that I would really like to have in the collection, and I still haven't found one.
Yeah, they haven't made a perfect Batman yet or a perfect Superman. Hush and, like I said, Call to Action are the closest things, but even those aren't perfect yet.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. This is man. So I got one more for you, all right? I got one more for you. Actually, two more. So we'll do this one here. We'll do Skeletor. What's your thoughts on Skeletor?
That's slick as hell.
This is a really good, like, look at the price point on it too, man. We talking 1,005. Like, that's not bad for what you're getting here, and the underbase and everything is good.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if it's going to be like really light and hollow, because that's pretty cheap.
Looking at they don't put shipping weight is basically 61 pounds. So, Okay.
Yeah, my Prime 1 Dark Sides were 80 pounds.
80 pounds. Well, dang, that's basically a Legendary Beast store, because that's 91 pounds a ship. Yeah. So that's basically that. Let me see if I can get one last one for you. Oh, here's a good one. Poison Ivy. What you think on this one? Because they did do a variant as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. They knocked it out of the park with this.
So my question to you on Poison Ivy from a comic standpoint, or I guess a 90s animated standpoint, like, what are you? Are you flesh tone or are you green Ivy?
I can go either way.
No preference.
No preference. They're both good to me. I got tons and tons and tons of action figures, and I have both. I got green and regular. I get them all.
Okay.
But Jim Lee did make her green. She looked good as green. I mean, they're all good.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, man. I appreciate you. You letting me know, man. I think that Ivy is definitely cool. How do you feel about Tweeterhead though, in terms of like, predominantly in the past, like all I knew Tweeterhead for was just some really cool 1/6 DC stuff that they had. That's what I knew Tweeterhead for. Like, dang, they got some really cool DC stuff, but it's 1/6. I'm not a 1/6 collector. And then it actually almost made me go that route. And I actually did purchase 2 or 1, but I sold it before, like, as soon as I got it, I sold it. But now that they've kind of moved to 1/4 as well, how do you feel about that? Do you like them doing 2 Jokers, 1/4, 1/6? What do you think?
I think it's genius, because like people like me who've collected for decades don't have the space for 1/4. So it's good to have the option. And plus, when they were coming out, all I seen on the messages on Facebook was, "Oh, I'd get that. It's 1/4. Too bad it's not 1/4." So they made it 1/4. So now everybody should be happy.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. See, I like the fact that we as collectors, we kind of get like
a say.
I guess, yeah, like 1/6, 1/4. Like, there's something out there for everybody, man. You know, something out there for everybody. Toy Quest 101. I appreciate you being in the building for a little bit, man. Thank you for coming. I definitely appreciate that, man. If you guys can definitely go ahead and do me a favor, just remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We got 28 of you guys in here for episode 40. Let's go ahead and get them likes up for me if you could. I definitely appreciate you guys, man. So moving along, Evan, I gotta ask one very, very simple question, because everybody's answer is different. I don't know if you're if you're Toy Quest 101, you know, I don't know if you're Collective Minds, Batman statue collector, you know, whatever channel you can think of, man. Gotham Cenobites, whoever. What made you pull out the camera and say, you know what, I'm gonna just record this?
Dang, that's a good question. I think it was watching a lot of YouTube. Well, it started with One Piece statues. One Piece is a manga and anime series, and that's Mega House makes those like the best One Piece statues. And I was watching people's collection videos. I started watching collection videos and room tours. That's how I started. I was like, man, I got to make a room tour. So that's the first video I did, was a room tour. because I just love seeing how people display things. Everybody's ideas is different, and that I love seeing everything grouped together, group shots. Like in comic books, you know, you open up the 2-page panel that has everybody together. That's how I like seeing collections and stuff like that.
Right,
so I was
right.
like, mine out there. And then the first review I ever did, I think you saw it, was the Sideshow Cyclops premium format.
Yeah.
So that's the first review I did, jokingly mocking that statue, and people are commenting like, "You should do real reviews. Like, you got a giant collection. You got a lot of backlogs. I got tons and tons of statues I could be reviewing, you know." So then I just started. When new stuff comes in, I throw up a review right away.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love doing comparisons. So like, I hate it when somebody gets a statue and it's just there, and then they just review that statue and don't show anything else. So I like to take out multiple statues, multiple scales. You get to see what it looks like next to other characters, other scales of the same character. I like to do stuff like that.
And that's cool, man, because you're pretty much putting your own twist on you know, what you're bringing to the table. So that's definitely cool. I would love, like, you know, if you had a 1/4 Superman and a 1/10 Superman, just so I could see the difference. Because like, if I'm somebody new, I'm thinking, oh, this is a Superman, I'm gonna get the same one. I may not know anything about scales or anything. So how you're doing that, I think that's a very good idea, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. That's really, really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and share this right now. This is Evan's YouTube channel, and I think, yeah, here it is right here in the avatar. So are you like a Godzilla fan? I'm assuming, like,
massive.
Okay.
Massive Godzilla fan since I was a toddler. Always growing up watching the old Japanese films, and when I got older, I got to collect and got my first Godzilla toy in 1985. I still have it. I got tons and tons of Godzilla stuff. Obsessed.
Right. I just noticed I wasn't subscribed. Had to subscribe to you live, man. My apologies there, but you did get a sub out of me, man. So that's definitely cool. And like, and I want to ask, like, out of all the most recent ones, and hey, if you say Matthew Broderick, it's okay. It's okay. What's your favorite Godzilla movie?
I'd have to say King of the Monsters, the new Legendary Pictures.
Okay.
I love that movie. It hit all the nostalgia spots, and the action was amazing. That blew my mind. The trailer brought me to tears when I watched it.
Really?
Yeah. It was just seeing all that stuff from my childhood in just such great graphics. They did a great job. King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra, they all look great. And then King Kong vs. Godzilla was a travesty, man. That was a train wreck. You
didn't like that at all?
At all. I love the visual effects and the fights. Choreography was great, but the story, the people, the acting, it was all trash, man.
Did you feel like it was too much? I don't know if it was because it was like, was it? I don't know if I felt like it was like didn't they have the Stranger Things chick in there?
Yeah, 11. Yeah,
and I was just like, what's going on, man? I don't know. Like, every time I see this actress, I'm just like,
oh no, 11 was in King of the Monsters. She wasn't in King Kong versus Godzilla. They wrote her.
No, yeah, because her mom.
Her mom was the villain. Yeah, and then in this one, her and those podcasters saved the world by dumping tea on a computer or something.
Yeah. That's right, man.
Undid everything that the other three kaiju movies built up.
Yeah.
It just undid everything. It was stupid logic. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I like continuity.
Definitely, man. Definitely. See the 1985. You look like you were born in 2005.
I'm gonna be 40 in a couple months. Legit.
Oh man, dude, it's like I don't remember the Matthew Broderick one. I don't.
You don't need to.
I don't. Is it that bad?
It's bad.
Oh god. Dude, okay, hold on. I'm okay. Trailer time, all right?
Yep.
We're gonna watch the trailer, and we just gotta have a good time real quick. We're gonna watch the trailer and see how this is, man. God, that's pretty bad, man. Damn, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, so in the Japanese Godzilla movies in the 90s, from 5 to 95, he was just a tank. He could take anything. He was unstoppable. He was made from a dinosaur, not an iguana.
Yeah.
And then this Godzilla, its special power was running away. All it did was run away till it died.
Man. Okay, now I see why that's not one of your top Godzilla movies, man. Man, bro, that was a tough watch. Man. No doubt, late night. We've definitely come a long way. Cash, this is bad. The sideshow night reveal shows. Dude, okay, I gotta ask you about that. How do you feel about the sideshow con, like how their format is? What's your thoughts on that?
It's weird. I mean, it's a lot of time. I mean, I like collecting the points. I'm up to $60 in rewards points, but it's just weird. It's real drawn out. One piece a day, and most of it's hot toys, and I'm not into hot toys, so it's really only one statue a day. But it's cool they got videos up of them, at least to get to see it's not just a shadow.
Yeah, I like that we are getting the stock image on sideshow.com. Plus you getting the YouTube 2 to 4 minute clip of it. I do like that part. So therefore you can kind of like watch it over and over if you want to, and not having to kind of like skim through an entire show. I do just feel like the presentation of how they're doing it is kind of more lackluster. I would have liked them to do it how they did last year's Black Friday show, to where kind of like they just had the pieces there, Paul, Amy, Autumn, whoever they got doing it. It just stands next to the piece, gives you the description, all the measurements, whatever. I just like that format better, like the Hallmark Channel or the Shopping Network or whatever the hell, man. Like freaking. And dude, okay, I'm gonna call him out real quick, right? Okay. So this is a segment, right? And it's based off of Family Guy. It's called Peter Griffin, what really grinds my gears. And I call it Now You Know. So I'm gonna go first. I'll never go first, but I'm gonna go first real quick, right? Paul Hernandez, I gotta salute him, because you can tell there's points in these shows where he wants to say, Autumn, shut the up. Let's move on. Like, you can tell, like, he's really good at what he does. And I salute him 110%. Like, he's really good at what he does. They got to combine Paul with Amy. You can't put Paul and Autumn together. It got to be Paul and Amy. The synergy is there, and they're moving the show along for the people. Whether it's a good format or not, I feel like two good hosts can spice it up as much as possible. I don't know what she's doing. I really don't know, man. She knows just as much as we know. I could went in there with him and did a better job and fake it. I could have faked it with him. They could have hired me. I would have made it work, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, usually when Jem goes down there, he does a better job than them too, showing off their own statues.
Hey, I'm just saying. Like, yeah, that's crazy, because last year's version with Jem, it was almost better watching his stuff than watching their stuff. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, do you have any gripe? Do you have anything that grinds your gears about the community, the stores, anything, YouTube, that you want to get off your chest? Or if you don't have anything that does grind your gears, you got anything positive you like to say? I mean, it's not really negative, just anything to get off your chest, man.
Yeah, what grinds my gears is flippers. Ooh, I can't stand people buying up the stock, so people who really want it don't get it, and then charging double or triple the price. That drives me crazy. Especially on custom statues, they do it too, because it's usually like 30, and then they buy 2 or 3 and try and flip it for 3 times the price, when I'd say 95% of customs ain't even worth the time or money they put into it. A lot of them are pretty trashy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't like it when somebody is buying a piece and the second they get it, it's literally like triple. I think that part right there kind of sends like a bad message. But then again, like, who am I to tell somebody what to do with the item that they paid their money on? I mean, at the end of the day, if you bought something, you can do whatever the heck you want to do with it. It's not a good look morally. But then again, is money really about morals? It's about making money. And at the end of the day, like, I get it, but it's something I wouldn't do myself. You know what I mean?
It's like the Doom on Throne or something that you bought when it came out, and now it's appreciated over the years and has, a rarity to it. and then that's the asking price. But to do it immediately, it's still up on websites, and you're charging 3 times the price. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing is about that is it's kind of up to the individual who's actually going to buy it themselves. Like at the end of the day, like nobody is telling said collector to buy said buyers, triple price item. But I mean, if you want something, it's a supply and demand hobby. Like if it's the only Doom you saw in the last 5 years, you might budge. You might budge.
Same thing with PS5, man. I knew people who were flipping them. They're going and buying them all at all the stores, and then charging double the price. That's crazy.
Right there, right there, right there, right there. Right next to Black Canary, man. I got mine probably, I'm gonna say a month, maybe 3 weeks after it came out. Like it didn't take me too long to get mine.
Regular price.
Yeah, Best Buy. Yep, Best Buy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for PS5 Pro.
It's crazy. They're gonna do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it.
I did it with PS4. I waited. I'm like, they're coming out with a better version, and then I bought the PS4 Pro. And then by then, all the games I wanted to play were super cheap.
Yep. Yeah. What do you think about that with in terms of statues? And I get like statues don't have like a pro version, but what do you think in terms of like, let's say you have a Wolverine, for example, and you bought it in 2020. Now 2022 is coming along. It's been 2 years. There's a newer Wolverine statue out that's better. Are you a type of seller that does sell to upgrade to the new piece, or what type of collector are you?
I'm starting to have to do that because of space constraints, but I used to be. I'll just buy the updated version and keep the other one in the box.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you keep it in the box, is that still climate control, or how are you doing that?
Yeah. Still climate control. And then now some of them I take to local cons around here and try and sell them. But the local cons is like, people can't really afford statues. So I bring old action figures, statues. So I bring expensive stuff and cheap stuff. And the cheap stuff goes like hotcakes. I made $666 on cheap stuff. My first, my go. None of the big stuff sold.
What do you mean when going there? Like, are you asking like just like people who are there, or like the companies to buy them?
No, I go into the con, and then people at the con
come. Oh, just like the everyday average Joe? Yeah,
they come into your booth and they buy whatever they see, So I would price.
You had a booth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with, shipping problems and lying ass people who get it saying it broke and stuff like that. So I like to be there and let people see what it is that they're buying.
Yeah, gotcha.
Some of these cons, dude, around here. I was like, how much for a table? Like I paid $30 for 2 tables $30 a piece at this one con. Another con wanted $600 a table.
$600 a table?
Yeah, so $600 for a wooden table, like the kind Bubba does slam women through, and you put all your stuff on there, and that's what you sell. And it's $600 for that table to rent that space.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So like when you are like renting these, like is it just for a day, or is it for the whole convention, like the whole week?
Some it's for 3 days worth, and some it's a day. Some cons only last one day, a Sunday. Some would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's how I amassed my collection, is going to cons and buying stuff. I would go to Wizard World every year for decades. I went to Godzilla conventions. I went to anime conventions. I would constantly go to conventions. I would just save up my money all year and then go and then just come home with a truckload of stuff.
Right. Gotcha. Dang, man, that's crazy. So are you big on like art prints when it comes to cons? Local artists and
really.
stuff?
I buy a few if they're Dark Side related. I will get them, or Thanos related. I will definitely get them, but not really too much.
Okay.
I'm more into statues, toys, and DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that.
Dude, so going back to DVDs and Blu-rays, how has your media collection been since statues have entered the world? Has it kind of taken a back seat, or how are you returned to watching media?
Not at all. I still get Blu-rays for every movie that comes out that's comic book related or looks funny I did a YouTube video of that too, of my massive Blu-ray collection, DVD collection. Because back in the day, being an anime fan was really hurt your wallet. It used to be like $40 a DVD for 3 episodes.
Damn.
100 episodes. And you only get 3 episodes per DVD, $40 a piece. I remember when I bought the first Berserk box set, it was $200. That's how much 25 episodes would be, $200. And then I used to go to conventions and buy the bootlegs. They'd be like $10 for the whole series, but they'd be really bad quality and really bad translations. But I used to have tons and tons of bootlegs. Now that anime is more popular, you can get a whole series on Blu-ray for like $20-$30. So I replaced all the bootlegs and now I got the real thing.
Okay.
I got all the DC animated movies. I got all the Marvel movies. I got all the animated Marvel shows. I collect them all.
Dude, that's crazy because like, oh crap! I moved my Blu-rays. I was gonna look back to see like, because I had like 2 big racks. I mean, I had 2 like big ass racks, and I remember I condensed the 2 racks down to 1 rack, and I got rid of a lot of stuff in there, like a lot of stuff that was always on streaming services. I got rid of, but I did keep anything comic related, like, you know, Deadpool, X-Men, whatever. I kept all those type of movies, and then the other movies that weren't comic, they had to be like a classic, you know, like Godfather trilogy, you know, Step Brothers with Will Ferrell, you know, things like that. Just classic stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's what I kept. But I love having the media, because like, dude, if your internet or anything ever goes down, you could pop it in the player and still have something to watch. So, like, you should always keep some sort of media, man. Like you should. I
can't tell you how many times my wife's like, let's watch this, see where it's streaming on. We check every streaming service. It's not there. I was like, I got it in the basement. Let me get the DVD, Blu-ray. We pop it in. And the other thing I love is I can borrow it to my friends and family. Like, they can have it, watch it a day, bring it back.
Yep. So we were pretty big into watching that 70s show, me and my girl, and they took it off. But I see on Amazon they have the whole like box set on Blu-ray. So, you know, eventually I do plan on picking that up, because like, what the heck, you took it off? So like, I'm gonna solve that problem by just buying it, man.
Yeah, when I first moved out when I was like 20 and got my own place, cable was too expensive. So what I would do is not have cable. I would just play video games. And then when a series would finish, I would get the season on DVD and then binge it. So I was binging on DVDs back in the day. I would just watch the whole series, wait the next year till the next DVD came out. And that's how I amassed such a collection, not having cable.
Yeah, that was me as well. I didn't have cable. So buying a DVD was all you had. I mean, that was all you could watch was a DVD. Yeah. So I mean, some days I remember if you only had like a handful, you literally watch the same movie like 4 times that day, or, you know, in rotation that week or whatever. Like, so I do remember those days, man. How do you feel about Batman the animated series? I feel like I'm asking this question more and more to people, but like, just how do you feel about that?
Okay, when it aired, I hated it. I would watch it. I'd be like, what is this? I didn't like that one. I didn't like Superman. I hate it. Bruce Timm's art style. I was like, what is this? It looks like trash. And then once I moved out and I was older and I saw the DVD used for like $10, I was like, let me check this out again. Because I was reading weekly comic books. I was really heavy in the comic books. And I put it in, and the stories and acting were so flawless. Like, they were so adult. I was like, this is amazing. It saw me look past the bad animation, bad art style. And I love it. It's great. I love all the animation stuff. It's all great.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite episodes? If you don't remember that, what's one of your favorite villains in that series?
Definitely Mark Hamill's Joker is the greatest. Probably my favorite storyline is the one where I think Batgirl died, but it ended up being a dream sequence or something. That was a really good episode.
Yeah, you know, I popped it in, I'm gonna say 2 years ago for the first time as an adult since being a kid, and you know, it was like, I mean, it kicks back in right away. Like, I mean, it was almost like it was just a week ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that show's a 10. And what's fucked up about that is they have better series. Young Justice is better. Justice League Unlimited's better. Like there is better series, but that's a 10 on its own. Like DC knocks it out of the park with those things.
Yeah. I'm gonna play something. And when I play this, I think yourself as well as the people in the audience are going to appreciate this. So here we go.
Great music. I got the soundtrack.
Oh man, I'm telling you, this is the best of the best behind maybe X-Men, maybe?
Yeah.
This intro as a kid was everything, man. Everything. I'm telling you, everything.
To me, it was Thundercats and Ghostbusters. That was my jam back in the day.
Man. They take out the guns. He throws the batarang. Man. I remember sitting on my aunt's floor in her living room watching this because she had cable, so I would watch it on, at her house. And just once that lightning struck, I knew it was episode start time, man. Once that lightning struck, like it brings back so many memories.
Like UPN crushed it back then. They had that, they had X-Men, they had Silver Surfer, they had Superman, they had all on the same channel. One place to get everything.
Yeah, they did, man. I'm gonna get back to that in a second, but Slim Boss, that's definitely crazy because I remember like I was doing like Blu-ray reviews or something on like an old channel, and people were asking me like, "Hey, if you're not gonna use a digital code, can you sell it to me?" I didn't know people actually wanted the digital codes, but it's like, dude, like I never did it, but still, like, I just kind of found that weird.
Every time I post a picture, I'm like, I just bought this Blu-ray. This movie's good. Let me get that digital code. Every time. I'm like, I'll keep it.
Yeah, man. What the heck? Oh man, dude. So, what do you think on like? Is there any cartoon that could be done today that could give you that nostalgic feeling?
I would say I want to see another Thundercats cartoon. They rebooted Thundercats in the early 2000s and it got canceled after like one season because the toys didn't sell well. But it was so well done. It was kind of like, you ever see Avatar, the Airbender?
Yeah.
It was done like that. So adult, so serious. It was like one of the greatest series, and then it got cut short. So I'd like to see that come back again.
Yeah, I remember all those cartoons, like Rugrats, Johnny Bravo, Courage the Cowardly Dog. What was that? The one, Birdman, Attorney at Law, right?
Yeah, that was a good one. Harvey Birdman.
Yeah, Harvey Birdman. Yeah.
All those on DVD. Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter. Yeah. It's so many good cartoons that we had, and speaking of the WB thing, like I felt like back then, the thing that some people are missing today is that Saturday morning cartoon feel with a big bowl of cereal, no school, and nothing to do. If your parents didn't have to go to the grocery store, you had a whole 4 hours of just dedication. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people don't get that nowadays.
No.
Like, think about it. Like, because the night before, you had TGIF, with ABC and all those, Full House and all those shows, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Buffy the Vampire, all that stuff. And then the next morning, you got all your cartoons. So it was just like a perfect way to end school, man. Perfect way to end the school week.
I was even subscribed to the Saturday morning cartoon magazine they'd send you. They'd have contests and tell you about the upcoming cartoons. They even sent animation cells one time from the Iron Man.
Okay.
Iron Man and Fantastic Four cartoon. I got animation cells from them in the mail.
I don't think I ever seen the Iron Man cartoons. I got to go back and check that out.
It was straight trash. It was horrible. But the Fantastic Four one was fantastic. Like, it was amazing. Except for Johnny Storm's rap. I don't know if you ever seen a clip of that. It was
Johnny Storm's? Nope.
Yeah, the dude who was dating Megan Fox all those years, he did the voice of Johnny Storm, and he did a Johnny Storm rap. He was saying flame. It was so embarrassing.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
But those cartoons were so true to the comics. Like they would take the
Yeah.
comic stories and put them on the screen. They're perfect.
How do you feel about God, what's her name? I can't even think of her name. You'll probably know it, but how do you think about the Fantastic Four movies? Was it Jessica Alba, right?
Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
The first movies were campy and they were kind of cute, but they did the Thing, and the Thing's my favorite, one of my favorite Marvel heroes. They did the Thing dirty. I hated the way it looked. I hated how. This is the scene that killed me. So, Reed Richards, the Thing rescues him from Doctor Doom, and he picks him up, struggling to lift him. He's the Thing. In the scene not too long ago, he just picked up a fire engine, a big fire truck.
Yeah.
And here he's struggling to lift Reed Richards. I'm like, come on now. That's stuff like that really bothered me. He didn't look good enough.
Yeah.
But overall, those movies weren't bad, except for how they did Galactus dirty. And then the remake they did, the reboot, that was...
Bro, how they did Doctor Doom in there, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, Doctor Doom is in my top 5 of Marvel characters of all time. And I wanted to cry.
I'm like, come on. I thought Human Torch was okay. It wasn't like a bad, like if you're a diehard Fantastic Four person, well, I wouldn't say diehard because if you die hard, you probably wouldn't like it. But if you like the Fantastic Four, I think it was an okay flick as to what they were trying to convey. It's just, and then how the Thing looked was also a little weird too in this one.
Everything was weird about it.
It was
supposed
like
to be a family. Like that's the whole point. It's Marvel's superhero family.
Yeah.
And then in this movie, first chance Reed got, he ditched Thing and let him get captured. Just left him for years or whatever. It's like they missed the whole point of what those characters are.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Darth Rashid, what's going on? I appreciate you being here, man. Dwayne Davis, love the Friday nights into Saturday mornings. Definitely, man. 1967 Fantastic Four cartoon was my favorite. First time
I used to have those on VHS. Yeah, I watched all those. And the Avengers ones, they were so bad, dude. They would just take a picture of the comic book, put voices to it, and then shake the pictures.
Oh, really? What the hell?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Because around that same time, they had I think it was 1969 Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, I've seen all those too.
So was it made by the same people then, Marvel?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Damn, that's crazy. Because the 1969 Spider-Man cartoon, for its age, that's a very good one. Like it still holds up to this day if you watch it. It's not bad. I mean, it's a lot of like pointing like this, but like it's cool.
Yeah, the budget wasn't real high. Like the ones I'm talking about, like they had I got to see Red Skull with the Cosmic Cube going against Captain America and the Avengers, and like just like oh, and it was just crazy looking. But they're fun. I was like, you don't know no better.
Yeah. Of course, man. I can see that. So I'm gonna show this to you real quick, and obviously this is the XM Studios The Thing. How are you thinking about this statue yourself?
I like the body.
Okay.
I'm tired of XM putting sentinels on every base. Why is every metallic object purple like a sentinel? I don't know what their deal is. Even Superman, their Superman statue had a sentinel on it. But I don't like the portraits.
Oh, really?
The body's flawless. I don't like the portraits. I mean, he looks like he's been out of shape. You know, that he's been in quarantine for too long and he's gained some weight. He's got the double chin going on. I don't really like that. I think Sideshow, I think, nailed it back in the day with their Thing premium format that came back in the day. I think they got it perfect. Picture perfect. I'm surprised he never went after that one.
Nah, man, that was a little bit before my time. So for me, I kind of feel like
I see it at cons and stuff. Like people, it's not expensive.
Bro, you like that one?
I think it's picture perfect, comic perfect.
Okay. Okay, so maybe I can't ask you this because you said that comic interpretation is what you're looking for, not artist interpretation.
Yeah, that's number one to me.
So this thing right here, is this comic or artist?
It looks comic. Modern comics do look like that. So it looks pretty good. I just don't like the face. That's just a personal opinion. I mean,
So
It's
you
more
don't
modern.
care if it's modern or classic, as long as it's comic.
Yeah. So they did a pretty good job here, but I always like the classic look.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
XM's Cable was a modern, comic book, and then Sideshows was the 90s version. So I would go with Sideshows. They're both comic accurate, but different eras.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that, man. Edwin says my OG Bowen looks straight up better.
When I get my Maju cases, I will be hunting down the Bowen. I will be getting it.
So what about the Bowens is so good that it still holds up to this day? Because in every statue chat, you always hear somebody mention a Bowen.
Dude, they're comic perfect. Right? Like they jumped right out of the page. They're just flawless sculpt, not too much. I hate over detailing. I don't like all the textures and detailing. Over detail. I just like plain simple lines, like in comics, plain simple colors. As long as it's painted in the lines, that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any one Bowen that you have been trying to track down that you've never been able to find?
I mean, Storm from X-Men.
Yeah.
I find it, but it's astronomically priced. It's way too expensive.
Okay. I mean, I've seen Silver Surfer Bowen.
I have that one.
I've seen Thor.
Yeah. I got Thor, Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Thanos, Galactus, Doctor Doom, Juggernaut, Magneto, Bowens.
Okay.
I still got to get that Thing. I got to get Colossus, and I got to get Storm. Hopefully the price goes down on her.
So what would you say Bowen? Are Bowens just small statues? Or is a Bowen a statue?
Yeah, it's like a 1/6, 1/7 in between there.
Okay. Okay. And these are the first iterations of statues. Is that right?
Yeah. They were, well, the Superman statue he did first, the one that was on Seinfeld. He did Superman and Batman, and then he got the Marvel license and went crazy with it.
So this is a question for you then, because you've seen both Bowen as well as statues. So then, if Bowens look so good, how come the earlier statues look so bad? If that makes sense.
I think Randy, he had a great studio, and the artist, him and the other artists he had working for him, just did phenomenal work. And he might have been strict on how it needed to be comic accurate, while these other companies just let the artists interpret it the way they want. I think that might be the difference.
What's going on, Vane21? Appreciate you being here, man. Better late than never, boss. It's all good, man. Yeah, I've always wondered that, because like I seen a Loki versus Thor diorama from Sideshow, and I'm just like, the Thor is okay, but the Loki, man, damn, the Loki is horrible on it. And I'm just like, if that came after, you would just think it would be the same or better. But then I get it. It's two different studios at two different times, and
Randy's a sculptor himself. He's talented, so he
really
has an eye for talent. So he knows who to pick. Whereas Sideshow might just been, I don't know who started Sideshow, but they might just been a businessman and not know the comic side or the art.
Okay, so I didn't know that he was a sculptor himself, though. That's kind of cool to know. Really cool to know. Who would you say is one of your favorite comic writers or comic artist?
Writer, it's Jeff Johns. Artist,
Jeff Johns.
There's millions. I like McFarlane. I like Jim Lee. I like
Starlin at all?
Who?
Jim Starlin?
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
I love Ron Lim. There's tons. The only one I can honestly say I don't like is Ramada Jr. I love Ramada Sr., but Ramada Jr. Man, I can't stand his art.
So is his art a lot different than his dad, or? Yeah,
his dad drew perfectly rounded edges and beautiful art, and Ramada's just everything looks like bricks. Everything's made out of bricks.
What's his backstory? Did he ever tell it? Did his dad train him, or he just has a completely different style?
Just completely different style. He had to have made it on his own because his dad's so much better.
Damn.
What's weird is when he does his own IPs, it looks fine. But when he tries to go to other IPs, like, it looks horrendous. Like, he did Kick-Ass, and I had no problem reading Kick-Ass and the art. But when he goes and try and does real superhero mainstream stuff, it's hideous. And like lazy, a lot of laziness with his art.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've recently just started like reading a lot of like Stan Lee, Jack Kirby stuff, Jim Starlin, and I would have to say, like, it's crazy because like obviously it's 2022 and some of the stuff you're reading is like all the way back then, and the language is a lot different. So that's one thing you got to kind of adapt to. Like, whoa, they really just say that, like that's probably the biggest adjustment. But it's cool to get to learn the characters, deep dive in. Right now, this is the one that I'm actually on. I'm finishing this up right here. The Incredible Hulk. That's the one I'm finishing up. So
yeah, like I read the entire Jack Kirby's Fourth World run with New Gods and everything like that, and man, the dialogue is so rough to get through, the things they say. And then I read Contest of Champions. I don't know if you ever heard that. It was like one of the first big crossovers. Yeah, that's rough.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Like, all the heroes get together and there's a contest to save the world, different groups. So different characters meet different characters for the very first time. Like, they had the first meeting of the Illuminati together and all that. And everyone was so racist. Every character was a bigot. Like, they were racist against the black characters, the females they were sexist against. It was like crazy reading it.
Damn. And what was this? Is this what, like silver, golden age?
I think it was in the 80s.
80s? Okay.
Yeah. Contest of Champions. It was a horrible read, but it was just neat to see the big splash pages of all the characters together.
Man,
and they were hating on mutants. Like, the regular superheroes were hating on mutants.
How do you feel about X-Men? Because that's been like X-Men's like whole thing is like the political stuff. Like, that's pretty much what their stuff is. Like, what's your knowledge on them? Was it always like that dating back in the comics?
Always. I love it. I've read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of X-Men comic books. I like their stories. I like the political views. I like that they're hated by the people they save. It's really neat. It's good writing.
Yeah. Edwin says he still has the Contest of Champions 3 issues.
Yeah, that's it.
I much prefer comics from 1995 Image to now. I could not get into the classic stuff, unfortunately.
It's hard to read. It's real hard, the old stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Jerry? Or it's been a while since you read it. I mean, and to answer that question, somebody just asked me, what do I like reading, the new stuff or the old stuff? I can't find who asked me that. I don't mind. Like, I like going back to reading the old stuff because I mean, these masterwork books, like I've got a bunch of them to this point, you know what I mean? And this is what I was getting.
That's good to go back to the roots.
Yeah. I got to pick up that one Jerry was telling me about with the new Flash stuff. That's going to be what I'm going to pick up next. But I got these for Marvel because, like, I know they're old and stuff, but like at the end of the day, like everybody else had to read it, so why shouldn't I? You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back, learn more about the characters, and just have a good time reading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in Contest of Champions, it didn't come across racist. Certain characters were racist and sexist, and then by teaming up and being paired with who they don't like, then in the end, they learned a lesson that they were wrong. So it like is anti-racism. It's just
No, yeah, I got you. Is there any story or comic or character that's ever just like turned you off to where you're like, nah, that's not for me, but you did give it a try?
There had to have been. I've like in my brain is thousands and thousands and thousands, literally, of American comic books and hundreds of Japanese comic books. It's hard to think. I mean, I've read so much. I even read Green Arrow comic books, got into Green Arrow, and those were even good. Trying to think what turned me off.
Nice.
Usually
Nice.
Marvel turns me off more than DC because Marvel has a track record of amazing start, fantastic middle, trash ending. They always blow the endings. I don't know why they do that. I think it's
Yeah.
an issue.
So are you more of a Marvel or more of a DC guy?
DC. I love them both, but DC.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, okay, so this is a tough one, right? This is a really tough one. So when it comes to the movies and TV shows, all live action, love Marvel. But when it comes to the animated stuff, DC is another level when it comes to anything in animated. It's no contest.
Mm-hmm.
No contest.
But I do love the DC TV shows and DC movies. And I love the Marvel movies. Some more than others.
So how did you feel about the CW, WB, whatever they're called nowadays stuff, as far as like the Green Arrow, Flash?
Green Arrow was a killer for the first 4 seasons and then
amazing.
Got really bad. Same with the Flash. Amazing.
Yeah.
They had episodes that would bring me to tears. They were so good. The acting and the emotion, great. And then Supergirl was nothing but straight cheese, but I still watched it. They still had enough nerdy Easter eggs to satisfy me, but that was a cheesy ass show.
Supergirl was definitely different. I think Supergirl was more so like about she's not trying to be Superman, because like that's how they kind of introduced her in the beginning. All those shows were a crossover, even like Black Lightning, you know what I mean? That was a crossover show or spinoff, whatever. It's definitely good, man. Real quick here, this is going back to the conversation with let me see here, actually. 1 second. Pull this up. All right, here we go. So this is going back to the conversation with the sideshow thing.
Look at that. Beautiful portrait.
Yeah. Shout out Toy Quest 101, by the way.
Love it.
I like the color on this one.
Yes. Everything's perfect to me.
Plus the blue shorts is there.
And the Thing's not a big dude. He's a small fry. He's just, he's got guts.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I thought XM was gonna go ahead and give us the red shorts or purple, whatever, how they did with the scroll in the beginning, and then go back and switch it. That's what I thought they were gonna do. But
yeah, they got the shorts right. I hate it when they put them in pants and boots. I hate that.
Wait, that's how they were in the movies, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either, man.
In the movie, he was naked. He was just walking around buck ass naked.
Yeah, man, that was just crap, man. I had that. You know what's crazy? I had that Blu-ray. I BS you not. I had that Blu-ray for. I must have had that Blu-ray for 5 years before I watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I had it for about 5 years before I even took the seal off, man. I bought it and I just never could get into it until one day I'm like, man, Dr. Victor Von Doom is my guy. Let me read more about him in the comics. Let me watch anything he's in. So I was like, freak it. So I watched Fantastic Four 1, 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, the new Fantastic Four, a couple of the animated stuff, and just anything I could get, that had Doom in it. Yeah. Hell, like since I've been reading the comics, hell, I didn't know Doom fought against Spider-Man, but it's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was hitting up Chris Barton, like, dude, you didn't tell me, man. Spider-Man's your guy. Doom's my guy. You didn't tell me, man. Yeah. So,
and that's the one thing the movies never got right is Doom's intelligence is greater than Reed Richards. Plus, he has magic. He's into witchcraft. His mom was a witch or something. It's like the movies never touch on that at all. In the old movies, he was just an entrepreneur who would steal other people's ideas and stuff like that, make money off of it. Mm-hmm. And then, dude, you know what?
Yeah.
I even had the Roger Corman Fantastic Four on VHS. I had the bootleg. And I even liked that one when I was a kid because they did Doom real good and the special effects were really bad, but the Thing looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And, I actually liked that one when I was a kid. And I just got the old 1990s Captain America on Blu-ray. I used to watch that a ton when I was a kid on cable at my mom's house.
Is that a TV show?
No, it was a movie. They made
Captain
a Captain
America
movie. Yeah. And I just rewatched it. I liked it. I still liked it. It had some cheese and corny jokes, but he looked great in the suit, and it was nothing but like women. He was fighting women mostly, and Red Skull had a bunch of daughters and women around him, but like German models.
Yeah, okay.
Gotta look that one up. It's good. Great music too.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, dude. I want to ask this question to you. Is there any sculptors or painters, for that fact, who you feel have done justice to the characters the way you like them represented? Is there any one top person, like Daniel Bell, for example, or a painter like Kate or Kat? What's her name? Last name Sapine, I believe.
I don't get into who sculpts them except for Bowen, but whoever sculpted the Call to Action Superman, they need to give him a raise because it's picture perfect. Whoever sculpted the 1/6 Thanos that I got is really, really good, and whoever sculpted that new premium format Darkseid did a flawless job. Whoever they are, they need raises.
I'm actually trying to Google it, or not Google it, but you look it up on Sideshow right now because I just want to see who did it. Okay, Matt Black did that on the sculpt, and then you said the Darkseid, is that right?
Yeah.
Let's see
there
here.
It is, the first one.
Yeah, let's see who did this one here. 10% off. Oh, Martine. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Richard Long. Yep. Nice. So on this one, like, okay, so 24 inches height, you're saying that is fine for this character?
Yeah, in the comic books, Darkseid's only like 8 feet tall, 8'3", I think.
Okay.
That version of Darkseid. The new 52 version, Rebirth version, he's like 20 feet tall. They made him ridiculous.
Okay.
And Jack Kirby, he was only like 6'7". He wasn't that tall. The Jack Kirby OG Darkseid was Superman's height.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like how Geo with Rad Titan went back and repainted his. That looked nice. I don't know if you saw it.
If there's a painter in Wisconsin, hit me up because I need mine badly. I don't want to ship it anywhere. I'd rather just drive it to somebody.
I think the closest painter that I know of is in. Damn, I can't even think. He's in the Midwest somewhere. I think Chicago, Illinois. So I don't know if he's like 2-3 hours away from you where you could go to him. He's his Jason. I don't know if you know him. He does all the Hawks. He was on the episode of Cashing Out.
Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah, he said he's not taking any more.
I know. I'm like, freak, dude.
Yeah, man. I might have drove down to Chicago. Yeah, and the thing about the New Gods is, I don't know if you're familiar with the story, is their size changes depending on what world they go to. They live outside the regular reality. And their planet is so big that Earth just fits in a pond on their planet. So they're actually gigantic. But when they transport through a boom tube, it changes their size to appropriate with whatever race is there.
So do you find that movies are being accurate to comic?
Hell no.
Like when you know when you have all this info, are you like, damn it, they didn't do this?
In my younger age, I hated every movie because it wasn't comic accurate. But now that I'm old and wise, I let that shit go a lot more easily. You have to.
Okay.
Like I seen Morbius, and I ended up liking it. I just thought it was too short. I liked the effects. I like how brutally violent it was. I thought it was a decent movie. I just saw the new Thor. I like that. It's not as bad. The comedy is cringe. Didn't make me laugh not once. But there's 2 good action sequences. It had some heartfelt moments. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. So, and real quick here, Jerry says, gonna cost about $1,000 to repaint. Do you really want a painter?
Damn, not for that much.
Yeah, I mean, hey, painting is definitely not cheap, man.
I might have to take some night classes.
I think for the life-size bust, Jeepers Creepers, I was quoted from one painter $850 if I'm not mistaken, and then I got quoted again $500, but that was because of a friend knew the painter and was introduced us, and he was willing to give me a deal off of his friend. So $500, yeah. So painting is definitely not cheap, especially if it's a really good painter as well. Because you definitely, if you're gonna paint something, you got to go with somebody who's reputable. You got to, man. Yeah. You got to. Crazy, man. So, dude, going back to your earlier days, is there any family member who you kind of really got into this stuff with?
Yeah, my dad. He loved cartoons. So the only reason why I got to see any cartoons is because he loved watching them. My mom couldn't stand it. She was like, turn that shit off constantly. But me and my dad would just watch cartoons, Hanna-Barbera and stuff like that, and especially the superhero stuff because he loved Marvel and DC when he was growing up.
Yeah, something I would like to get would even be the old Scooby-Doo. I want those.
To me, I like the reboot Pup Named Scooby-Doo. I love that show because it was like a parody. It made fun of the old Scooby-Doo. It like made fun of it and would joke around. I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Scrappy-Doo. I know they got Scrappy-Doo. What's the white one? Like,
I don't remember that.
It was his cousin, right?
I don't remember that.
He had white fur and like a cape, didn't he? Damn.
I think you're thinking of Crypto. Crypto? Superman dog.
Oh, fuck that. Crap. Dude, I gotta Google it now, bro. I gotta Google it now, man. I can't go out like that, man. I can't go like, oh man, Scooby-Doo family. I gotta go out like that, man. I can't. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna see which one I can pull up real quick because I know
Marvin and Wendy on the Super Friends had the Wonder Dog. He had a cape. I don't know if he was with Scooby-Doo ever.
Okay, so I can't. I'm gonna see if I can save this. Okay, there it goes. I can make it bigger. Okay, cool. So this is how we gonna solve it, man. This is how we. Okay, Edwin, you're right. He was gray. Okay, so this is the Scooby-Doo family tree, man.
I never knew it was that big,
dude. That's what I'm trying to say, man. You got Skippy-Doo. Oh, freak! So Ruby-Doo was Scooby's like sister, and she's the one who had Scrappy-Doo. And Momsy-Doo and Dada-Doo was his dad, and Grandpa-Doo and Great-Grandpa-Doo and Yankee Doodle-Doo, man. Hell yeah, Scooby-Doo, man.
How high they were just by reading the names when they made it.
Oh, stuff. Man, dude. Oh, this is crazy. Scrappy, man. Hell yeah. Scrappy-Doo, man. Put them up. I'm sorry, y'all can tell I'm a big kid, man. The Flintstones are still funny. For those of you guys who don't have the Flintstones on physical media, you can go to HBO Max and you can watch the Flintstones on there. The Flintstones is another cartoon that was just amazing, man. Just amazing, dude. This is too much. What's going on, John, Everyday Collector, man? Late to the party, we'll catch the replay. What's up, Cash and Polystoners? What's going on, Pudgy, my guy, man? Yeah, this is a cool one. Is there any other of those henna cartoons that you really did like?
Yeah, I love the Herculoids. I loved Space Ghost. I loved Jetsons. Jetsons was a big one for me.
Jetsons was a really good one. Yeah. Jetsons was a good one. That was when I used to watch all the time. I actually I love. What's the dog's name? Pluto, I think. Astro. Yeah. Great shows, man. Man, dude, great shows, man. Really cool.
Yeah, Frank Welker. You know who Frank Welker is?
Nope.
He's the voice of who's the blonde guy in Scooby-Doo? The leader.
Oh, Fred.
Fred?
Yeah.
Freddy?
Yeah. He
also voiced Darkseid. He was the first actor to voice Darkseid in the Super Friends and Superpowers cartoon. He's a legend. You got to look up his IMDb.
Okay.
He voiced Nibbler on Futurama. You ever see Futurama?
Well, let me pull this up. What was his name?
Frank Welker.
Frank Welker. Oh, damn. He popped right up, too.
I would love to get his autograph on a Dark Side, some kind of Dark Side memorabilia.
Yeah.
He was also the voice of one of the Ghostbusters.
Damn, Cujo? That's crazy, man.
He was also Stripe from the Gremlins.
Stripe, yep. Stripe in the Gremlins, 1984. Wow, this is crazy. The Chipmunks, G.I. Joe, Pinocchio, Caddyshack, Oliver and Company, DuckTales, Gremlins, Graveyard Shift. Damn, yeah, this is Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Was he in the new one?
I'm not sure.
Damn, he has so much work, dude. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. What's going on, Sergeant Raider?
Too for accumulative box office receipts. His movies have made the most because he was in so much.
Crazy, man. Crazy, dude. Man, so I always ask this question because I'm just very, very curious, man. What does your wife think about the hobby, like in a nutshell?
She loves the way I have it displayed with the lights and the glass and all that, and what she hates is the boxes.
Man,
I hate them too. The boxes makes you feel like the walls are closing in every time a box comes in. You know, that 1/4 Dark Side came in a small box, and then the 1/6 Thanos, which is a way smaller statue, the box was twice its size. When that box came in, my wife was like, "What is that?" I was like, I don't get why this box is so big. It's a tiny statue. The boxes are...
Yeah, one of the smaller boxes I got was Black Canary. I mean, it's been a couple small boxes here and there, but the boxes are definitely the worst part about the hobby. And the crazy thing is, you got to keep him. You got to keep the box. Like, you have to. There's no way around it. If you don't, you kind of crazy. I would just say you crazy, man, but to each his own.
Yeah, so my wife, she tolerates the collection. She likes to look at the statues. I started buying her, she's a gigantic Disney nerd. I started buying her Disney statues and Disney memorabilia. So I got a little display here for her. She really likes that. So
yeah. What do you think about the J. Scott Campbell like the Alice in Wonderland statue that they have with Sideshow?
I love them, but she is how I am with comic accuracy. She's that way with cartoon accuracy.
Yeah.
That was a scene. I don't remember that scene. That's not perfect to that. She wants it to look exactly like the animation. So she's like me in that way. So she don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's definitely his rendition and stuff.
Yeah, I love his art.
Yeah. Is there any character who hasn't had a movie done or who has had a movie done in a long time that you would like to see brought to the forefront?
I want to see a New Gods movie. More than anything. I mean, New Gods inspired Star Wars and inspired all these other kinds of amazing billion-dollar box office things. It inspired Thanos. It inspired... I mean, one of my favorite movies is Gods of Egypt. It got a lot of hate, but I loved it because they went for it. They went all the way to the, ancient text, how it was, and put it on screen.
Yeah.
They didn't hold back. And it just reminded me, like a New Gods movie, if they went with Jack Kirby's crazy original designs and what he had planned, it would be amazing. It'd be the most epic thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that, man. I think for myself, I just want to see more Blade. I mean, I want more Blade, and I know it's possibly coming, but I'm really big into like vampires and stuff. So to get more Blade and Morbius, I would really be for that.
Blade 1 is my all-time favorite action movie.
All time.
I think it beats any other action movie out there.
It's a really good movie. I'm trying to remember. The second one was really, really good too, man.
I wasn't feeling it too much.
The third, boy, that was.
I love the soundtrack. and I love some quotes from there. But like you remember, are you prepared to die, Blade? He goes, I was born ready, motherfucker. You remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love stupid, shitty line.
Yeah. Wesley. Yeah, man. Dude, it's just so great, man. Freaking Ryan Reynolds was in it. Jessica Biel.
Triple H.
Man. Triple H. Freaking Schofield's brother was in it. I can't think of his name. Michael Schofield's brother from the Prison Break. It's like, damn, dude. It was he was Dracula. Yeah, what the frick? He played Dracula, man.
Yes, Dracula.
Yeah. Cool, man. So, dude, one of the final questions I always ask everybody is the Mount Rushmore question. And Mount Rushmore, so I'm gonna do this in 2 parts though, man. First of all, before we get to any sort of comics or statues, what is your top 4? And if you want to do an honorable mention 5th, I always let people do it. What's your top 4 with a possible honorable mention movies?
Top 4 movies.
Top 4 movies.
Damn.
Or if you don't want to do movies, you can do actors/actresses as well. Either or.
Actors. Damn. I don't know. I got to go with I love Blade. I love Batman v Superman. I love the first Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love Infinity War. And then honorable mention would probably be Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason was when I watched multiple times, man.
Yeah. That movie and Blade, I've probably seen the most out of any movies. I would watch those. I had those on VHS, DVD, and then Blu-ray. I watched them over and over and over again. Freddy versus Jason was a dream come true because I was a huge horror fan growing up. I couldn't wait for that.
That was when I watched that movie like seriously a lot. Seriously, I watched that movie a lot.
In the theater when it came out, I was yelling at the screen, Freddy, look out!
Yeah. Did you find that movie kind of cheesy? Like it had some cheesy parts to it, or
Yeah, that didn't bother me though. And that one time when Freddy took over that stoner's body.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Come on, he's coming. He's like, I got this, bitch. I laughed for 20 minutes off that. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. I thought it was really good, man. Especially when he was like laying down and like he like burnt the words on his back or something. Really good movie, man.
My only flaw with it is Freddy didn't get enough kills. Jason did all the killing.
Well, I mean, he was using Jason to come back, so dude, I get that.
Comic series, you're a horror fan. This is a comic series you need to look up. Get them all. I think they had 2 or 3 series. Ash versus Freddy versus Jason. Ash for me. It continues right after Freddy and Jason leave off. And it brings all the Freddy movies and all the Jason movies and the Evil Dead movies into continuity together. Old characters from the movies return. It's amazing, amazing story, amazing dialogues. It's like you're watching the movies. You can hear all the characters' voices in your head when you're reading it. The art's real iffy, but the story is so good.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now, and looks like it's a 6-part story.
Yeah, let me see. I got one hanging on my wall here.
6 series.
Yeah, 6-part
crossover. Yeah.
Had another series after that continued after that.
Yeah.
So there's 2 miniseries.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Definitely, man. So we got to get to the meat and potatoes. So with that being said, what is your Mount Rushmore? And again, if you need to do an honorable mention 5th, that's perfectly fine. What is your Mount Rushmore of characters?
Okay, this is easy. Number 1, Superman.
Okay.
And that's in order. I don't think there's no character that will ever equal that. I love Superman. Number 2, Godzilla.
Okay.
Number 3 would be Homer Simpson.
Oh,
Simpson,
really?
Giant influence on me. Homer is my favorite character. I remember I used to watch The Simpsons shorts on the Tracy Ullman show. So before Simpsons was even a show, I was watching it. And, you know, people connected with Bart. Most kids connected with Bart, but it was Homer. I zeroed on him. And then fourth would be Vegeta. Dragon Ball Z doesn't even crack my top 20 of favorite animes, but Vegeta is my all-time favorite anime character, period. I love him more than anybody. And then my honorable mention would be Darkseid.
Wow, Darkseid, Vegeta, Homer Simpson, Superman, Godzilla. Wow, that's a Superman I've definitely heard before, but I've never heard Homer, Godzilla, Darkseid. Okay, I can see that, but Homer,
Homer
and Godzilla. Wow, okay.
I love the Simpsons cartoons. Season 1 through 13. After that, it fell off.
Wow. Yeah, that's a hell of a list, man. And I guess, to kind of like, talk about this before we get out of here. What do you feel about The Simpsons in terms of the longevity of The Simpsons? You got to think, man, that's something that I think it's safe to say, whether you like The Simpsons or not, everybody in this chat watching the replay has seen The Simpsons, has grew up with it, whether you like it or not. It's been around.
It's part
what do you think about it? Yeah, it is. It really is, man.
But it should have went off the air when it was on top. I mean, they stopped writing jokes. It would just be a situation happens to The Simpsons. You watch them, they solve the situation. That's it. It used to be joke after joke after joke after joke.
Yeah.
They got rid of the jokes.
Is it the same writers?
No. That's what happens when it gets on so long.
People stop doing it. Yeah.
Writers got to retire. Yeah. And then fans growing up who like the show come and become writers, and then it's just not the same.
Yeah. Do you think there's another show that can kind of rival it?
I think as far as longevity, no, but
you don't think South Park is kind of long, like kind of far?
Yeah, but they don't do as many episodes as The Simpsons. They only do like 7 a season, and I love South Park as well, but even them, their jokes ain't as good as they used to be. The only one that blows them out of the water as far as jokes is Futurama. Futurama never dipped off. It stayed the course because they stayed with the same writers.
Shut up and take my money.
That's right.
Fry.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
do you think it's the times though? Like they can't really do so much because of the times, maybe. Definitely. Maybe the jokes.
That could be too.
Yeah.
PC stuff. And, but as far as Japanese, One Piece is the king of all cartoons. It's an anime,
Mm-hmm.
They got over 1,000 episodes, and it's been on only a third of the time. It's been on since 1998.
Wow.
Because they release episodes every week. In Japan, they don't do seasons. It's every week you're pumping out another episode.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think about like Attack on Titan? Do you think that kind of rivals One Piece?
Hell no. Attack on Titan season 1 was amazing. Like, it reminded me of The Walking Dead. It was like, but giant zombies, and it had great intensity, and you would sit there on the edge of your seat watching each episode. But then the second season fell off, and I read the manga, and the art in the manga is horrible. It looks like a child's drawing it. It's like really bad. So definitely only watched the anime, but it couldn't keep up with the story. The storytelling wasn't there. Mm-hmm. One Piece, the storytelling is just a 10 out of 10. It never did. It stays going up.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, that's crazy, man. So I gotta ask, what's next to the channel, and what's next in the collection?
I'm a huge fighting game fan, so I got the fighting game videos up there, some matches or combo videos, and I don't really get to play video games anymore, but I'm gonna try and do more store tours and more reviews. Trying to review a lot of my older stuff. I'll try and get all my bones on there and some more anime statues, and I don't got a lot coming in. Only thing I got coming in is a couple video game statues and a Darkseid movie statue 1/10, because I don't have room for the 1/3. But I'm gonna try and do reviews like that.
Okay,
I got
cool.
statues to review too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all got those statues that, we didn't review on the channel. We were just excited, just said, heck, I'm gonna open it. And you never got around to, never got back around to it, yeah, looks like
cases it's gonna be a lot easier to review the 80-pound statues because I in and out, there's a lot more space, but right now those are trapped. So until I get my module cases, I can't review those yet.
Yeah. Looks like we got a question here. Well, two of them so the Boondocks. Did you watch that show?
Oh yeah, I watched it when it was on. The DVDs came out. I'd buy them. I love it. That's a 10 out of 10 show.
10 out of 10. Okay.
10 out of 10. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen all of them. No.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The creator was a fan of anime, so he had that style, and then the comedy was on point. John Witherspoon, are you kidding me? I love him. I love the Friday movies.
Yeah. And then Sergeant Raider says Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
Street Fighter. I'm a Japanese gamer.
What?
100%. I always go Japanese. I didn't when Mortal Kombat came out, I was like, I rented it on Blockbuster. I did all somebody wrote in the back of the book all the fatalities, so I did them all, and I was like over it. I don't like that realistic look. I like the anime cartoony look for a fighting game.
Yeah. Let's see. No, I didn't give up on video game reviews. Like I was doing the arcade 1-up reviews, obviously on video game unboxings, but that was more or less on the old channel. But I'm definitely gonna be bringing it back. Like obviously next 5 weeks from tomorrow, Madden comes out. I'm a big Madden fan, so Madden I'll have it for PS5. I'm gonna do the unboxing of it. Obviously, it's just a disc, but y'all gonna see the hype. And if anybody wants to play me on Madden, you're more than welcome online. Actually gonna throw up something kind of fun. If anybody does play me on Madden, if you do happen to beat me, I'm gonna, we're gonna be putting up $25 sideshow gift cards.
Yeah, that's
awesome. If you lose, you don't have to give me a gift card, but if you beat me, I'll be giving you a gift card. Basically, is what we gonna do. So if anybody does want to accept that challenge,
go out and buy Dragon Ball Fighters and then practice a little bit and then come at me. That's my favorite fighting game right now.
What's the cover of the? Let me Google it because I'm pretty sure I've played that, bro. I'm pretty sure I have.
It's basically a ripoff of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Wait, Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'll kill you. Bro, I'll kill you with Frieza. Stop it.
I love hearing this.
Yeah, yes.
Friendly?
Stop.
On PS. You got it for PSN?
No, I have it on Nintendo Switch because I used to.
Oh, come on.
No, wait, hold on, time out. I used to be at work working a bunch of hours, and so I would bring the Switch with me. That's why I got it for Switch. So I could play because I used to work overnight, and I would play it all night while I was working. Yeah, so I wouldn't fall asleep, man.
Download it on PSN. I'm sure it's free now. It's been out so long. Download it on PSN. Come at me. My gamer tag is It's Me Evan on PS4.
It's Me Evan. Okay.
I'll accept a match in any fighting game.
Aiden says neither. Killer Instinct.
Yuck. Another bad American fighting game. Yuck.
Oh man. I welcome any challengers in Gears of War.
Gears was fun. I did play through the first game with my roommate at the time. It was fun.
What's going on, Norman? Oh man, this is crazy. Archer?
Yeah, I was always saying Archer, the cartoon, the FX cartoon. That was pretty good.
That's another one I never watched. I never watched Archer.
Yeah, that was good.
Huh. I think that one.
He's a legend.
Mm-hmm. That had a lot of seasons, right? Is it still on or?
Shit, it might be. They would do a different genre every season eventually. They would do weird movie parodies and show parodies.
Wait, what you mean, Edwin? Cash wore that out, man. What you mean, Edwin? That's funny.
Did you review all your 1-ups? I saw your first room tour on 6th thing, and that was an awesome setup.
No, I didn't. I reviewed NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter. I didn't review all of them. There was like 8 more. You know what I mean?
I only got one cab. My wife for my birthday bought me the Street Fighter Capcom collection cabinet, and it's a cocktail cabinet, so it's head-to-head players.
Oh yeah. Cool.
It's awesome. And then the only other cabinet I'm going to get is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Once they release that, I'm going to get whatever Ultimate Edition they have so I can play online. I'm excited for that.
I sold all mine, and I took them out of here, and I'm thinking about getting that one as well, Marvel vs. Capcom, the 2. I'm thinking about that. Yeah, I might do that.
Hopefully at Evo this year they announce it and announce a pre-order date, because I'm going to pre-order. That's a day one for me.
Yeah. So Slim Boss says, Evan, Cash, no Injustice. Not for me, man.
No, I love Injustice 2. I played the shit out of that because Darkseid came with it. I got a couple videos up on my YouTube channel if you want to see me play.
Mm-hmm.
It might scare people away, though.
Appreciate you for coming, Nathan. Appreciate you, man. Edwin says, I recommend the Boondocks and Afro.
Yeah, I got
Samurai.
Afro
Yep.
Samurai. I got all those. I even got the action figures. That was a great one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Good recommendations.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So if you were somebody who's never watched any animes, any cartoons, for whatever reason, maybe you just didn't have TV, what would you recommend starting with? Something lighter like Spider-Man animated, or?
Start with Spider-Man, the 90s cartoons, Superman, the animated series, Batman, the animated series, stuff like that. For anime, start with Dragon Ball Z. That's like training wheels for anime. Has all the tropes in there. It's real light. No real consequences. And then if you want to get more adult, get into Berserk. And then if you want to get real adult and college level, get into One Piece. Okay. Naruto's also good.
So what's better, man? We got this debate now, man. Naruto or DBZ? Come on, man. Come on.
Naruto's a better show.
Mm-hmm.
DBZ has better characters.
What do you mean, bro?
What do you mean what I mean? Naruto had a story and plot lines and consequences. Dragon Ball Z is just whatever happens, we'll just wish it back with the Dragon Ball.
Bro.
I mean, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball, we wouldn't have One Piece or Naruto because they stole everything from that, but that doesn't make it good.
Bro, we gave you the androids, we gave you the Dragon Balls, we gave you the Cell Saga.
Cell Saga is great.
Cell Saga.
Yeah.
Come on,
but
man.
Any of the sagas in Naruto.
Oh, man, you hate to hear it, man. Taking a couple more questions before we end it, guys. Slim Boss says, Evan, how you feel about Springen?
Never heard of it. That's one that slipped by me. If it's mech related, I'm not really big into mechs. Except for Gurren Lagann that crushed. But
okay, cool. And then Edwin says Trinity Blood, Trigun, Full Metal Alchemist.
All 10s. Those are 3 10s looking at right there.
Dude, so I gotta ask this question. How do you feel about the movie Full Metal Jacket?
Full Metal Jacket, I've never seen it.
What?
I missed a lot of seminal movies from the 80s because I was so into Japanese films.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't pay attention to American movies. I was more into American TV. So I missed a lot of those big epic films.
Okay. And to close it out, what's on any streaming platform? Because I know you're a physical media guy, but what's on a streaming platform? Netflix, HBO, Amazon, Disney, whatever you have. What's on a streaming platform that you recommend somebody to watch? Is there any 2 you can give me? And I'm talking about an actual show, not a movie. A show.
Yeah, get on HBO. Watch all their DC stuff. It's great. Swamp Thing's a 10 out of 10. Teen Titans, everything they got on there is great. And then Hulu has a great show called The Great. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's very, very adult humor, and it's about the Russian queen who's conspiring against the king to take over and chain ancient Russia. It's very funny. It doesn't take itself serious. Very adult.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Hulu's a good.
And you said Swamp Thing is on HBO Max?
Oh, man, it's great. I love DC's Magic characters, and they have Phantom Stranger on there. They got Blue Devil. They got Swamp Thing. It's epic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. It's a lot of good old things. So I like that we have I like that we do have these streaming services. Like again, I like to mix everything up with a mixture of the streams as well as physical. I think that's just the best way to go about it, man. Dude, it's been fun. It's been a pleasure having you. This is episode 40. Any last words you would like to say to the people, man?
Yeah, just keep doing this. This is a great show for the community. That was a great idea. I know Rad Titan did it a little bit. They started doing that on our channel, interviewing people, but then they kind of fell off. So I'm glad you picked it up and ran with it. Yeah, just to check out my channel. It's me, Evan, if you can, and sub. I'm trying to get the subs up. I want that community tab.
The community tab in the gotcha. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, everybody, this has been episode 40 of the Kashing Out Show, featuring It's Me, Evan. I appreciate everybody. We did get up to 30 people today. I appreciate all 30 of you guys for watching, whether you stayed for a second, a minute, an hour, or the entire time. Anybody watching this on the replay, leave a comment in there what you guys think about the episode. And also go ahead and subscribe to It's Me, Evan. I would definitely appreciate that. And remember to like, share, comment, subscribe on this channel, on this video as well. Get those thumbs up. Get those likes up. And last but not least, if anybody is interested in coming on the Kashing Out Show, all you gotta do is leave a message in the comment and we'll get you on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and share this as well. And this is the Kashing Out collecting community. You guys can follow this Facebook group, follow this group on Facebook. You can message me there. I'm the guy here in the orange hat. My real name is on there as Michael Williams. And you guys can see Pudgy had put this post a while back. Okay, Polystoners, riddle me this. Who is everybody? Facebook names, pics, YouTube names, pics don't match, and friend requests and messages can go ignored if you're not recognized. So once you add yourself to the group, introduce yourself. Heck, show a newest statue you got in or something, man. Just have a good time. Try to keep you guys up to date with all the newest news. No different than any other group, man. But we just try to have fun in there. So again, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming. It's been a great show. It's been a pleasure, Evan. And I mean, episode 40 is crazy to think that I've got up to 40 episodes, man. I don't know how long this would go. I always say I'll keep it as long as you guys will have me. This show is not about me. It's just about getting everybody in the community to know everybody, have a good time, get a little bit of backstory. And hey, man, I learned so much from you guys, man. Every episode, I learned so much, man. I learned so much. But hey, it's been real. Cash out, baby.
Put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right.